What's up, internet? It's your boy Tosh and your girl M, and I'm Dis, and you're listening to Colorized.
I aspire to be able to be on the highway and have everybody in the building be like, "Oh, Tasha's like 3 minutes away." All right,
3 minutes. That's a distance, yo.
bro. It's because so here's the building. The highway is literally just zoom, and you got to get off the highway like right near.
That just reminds me when I first moved in, and my roommates were like, "Oh, wait, were you on the phone?" And I was like, "No, I was playing music." And they were like, "Oh, cause like do you talk to yourself?" I'm like, yeah, I do. No, like whatever. No, I do like constant, especially if I'm working on something. Then I'm like, no, this isn't right. Like,
You think I don't know?
I know.
Right. But then they were like, "Oh," and I'm like, "It's my headphones are so loud that I can't modulate my voice."
It'd be like that because there was one.
Now they're used to it, especially because I go slam on my keyboard too, so I feel so bad.
There was one time I was listening to music and like I had my headphones on, and I knew that my girlfriend was coming over, and I was playing music loud enough to the point where I did not hear my phone vibrating on the table in front of me. She ended up having to call my aunt, and my aunt like came down the stairs. It got because my aunt is terrified of dogs. She's really terrified of animals in general, but she's terrified of my dog. So like she risked her entire life to come downstairs and be like, "Yo,
See, I have the exact same problem. Or I think it vibrated and I'm like, "Oh, did someone message me?" And I'm like blank. So what I do is I prop it between the monitor riser and there so I can see when the screen.
My problem is I turned off getting notifications for text messages on my cell phone. I only get it on my watch. So like if I don't have my watch on, which 95% of the time that I'm at home, I don't.
I'm always surprised when you actually end up answering.
Exactly.
Like, oh, wow.
He actually is looking at his text messages.
Yes.
That's another reason why I don't really keep in contact with you, though, because I'm like, is he even going to respond?
Probably not.
You are also like that.
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like I respond right away.
Sometimes, but like when you're going through something, it's like
weeks
later you're like,
I will say if I'm not
buy
with
that
it.
Dress. I was like, all right, well, it's been a month.
Sorry. Oh, that's how Geppetto is.
She said,
I was like, let me use the nickname.
oh my god.
And then I'll just say Carol. With Carol, literal actual 6 months.
Like, I'm surprised that you guys even can stay
because we have the
you
group
all
chat.
Are like that. It's insane.
It's bad though. We literally all are like that.
Like if you bone.
It's Instagram though. Like we send each other reels, so it's like I know your life. Or I know you thought.
I literally sometimes. Tosh would disappear for months, especially during the summer, and the only way that I would know that he was still alive was every week my Apple Music would update like what my friends are listening to, and sometimes his songs would be there, and I'm like, okay, thank God.
That is so niche. That is like actual.
Because it literally, I text him, I'd be like, Tosh. Answer me, and then like a week later, I'll be like, "Please, Tosh, please."
Now I think that like when I'm just MIA mentally, it's because like I see it and I respond in my head.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, I see it and
I'm just like I don't have the emotional like energy to.
That's exactly what it is. A lot of the time, I'll see it and be like, I can't interact anymore.
Nowadays, I'm responding immediately because I will not see it again.
That's
and have the power.
That's
to
why
respond.
I feel like I do respond immediately because it's like I know myself. So it's just like either respond the exact. This is awful. The exact moment that you sent it, or it's gonna take me 5 business days.
Right.
No, it'd be like that.
Even if it's just a like. Like, I'll like the comment before I answer your question. Just so you know, like, I'm sorry.
I did see it. I promise you.
It's a response.
I might have to start doing that. Because
like them.
just
But
like,
sometimes the people are like, "Are you good?" Like I just like go, "Ha ha," reaction, and I won't say anything else.
no, I remember like
Feels so
last
bad.
summer, I disappeared for like
Ever?
4 months.
Like the whole summer.
And like,
And randomly decided to show back up when I was like, hey, you want to help me move into school because no one else will?
and I was like, yeah, got you.
Look,
After like 4 months of just not talking to her.
Exactly, that's the first thing he said, yeah, sure. Literally with Geppetto, aside from like when we talked this week finally, it was Tuesday, September 20th. They texted me FaceTime question mark. I did not respond. And then past that they tried to FaceTime me and I was like, no. I didn't mean to. I was trying to straighten the cord.
And then what else? That was
That's a chunky chart.
well, let me
Right?
see. The last time we had a conversation though where I actually did answer. Look, oh my god, wait, I feel so bad. Oh.
Do you really feel bad though?
No, I do, because I'm reading and I'm like, there's gaps.
Oh.
Yeah, girl.
I be looking at all of our conversations like that sometimes. I be like, dang.
They
It's
keep,
a long
cause literally half the ones are like, you doing okay?
No,
I don't
clearly, bro.
July!
No response.
July, bro.
I was just about to say me and
July,
Dizzy's
then we had a
conversation.
text message, July, August 10th. And I'm like, I'm good.
I'll say, Tosh, you doing okay? And it's like a year later.
Then September. Then
He's
August.
like, no.
Oh, no, I always send a meme where it's like Hello Kitty being like, I want to jump.
No, I remember like especially during last school year, like
Hello Kitty, I hate
Dizzy
you.
would try to text me and I'll just be like, bro, I don't have the mental fortitude
I
to
was
do
going
this right now.
through the most sickness I had experienced, and somehow you still would drive an hour and just be like, hey, go take a shower maybe. And I was like, okay, you're right.
Ew, I'm gonna let you ride. Partially because I leave myself to ride.
Yo, she was the
That's
only reason
not
I
good.
didn't
I'll be
leave
riding so
myself
much,
to
I'm
ride.
like, is this a mushroom?
Okay, alright.
So she's the type
I'm
of person that
decaying.
leaves ash on the bed. Okay.
That is not true. Because even if I can't shower, I'd be like, lotion.
You're just dirty.
So
No.
basically, what I mean, so she leaves booty dirt on the toilet.
That is not true, and you know it.
She brought out the accent, so you know it's true.
Oh no.
Cup of water, wash your cooch. It's like
No. You don't even wouldn't ever get a cup of water.
You know,
there's a cup of water in her bathroom.
you know,
Or like there's a cup in there.
is it bad that I thought she really fell asleep?
Girls.
She would.
No, I'm actually not tired, but my neck feels weird.
I was about to say, don't act like that's not possible for you to do.
I'm not on the carpet.
Right?
Okay.
Like, you over here complaining about it for that.
Oh, we're doing it again.
No. This is what happens again. We just snowball.
Fun.
It's
And then you
it's
have such a
easy.
good this is my toxic trait. I'm like, you have such a good reaction. It's like, I get a thrill.
The problem is she just lets us do it. Like, she just lets
Yeah,
us-
like, you
she
really
just
gotta be
lets it
like,
snowball.
hey, yo,
Well, because
words
when
I
I
can't say.
do say
Look,
it,
she getting all mad.
I know this is the thing. Exactly. I'm saying when you're like
Sorry.
giving me crap about not sticking up for myself, and then I do, and you guys are like, "That's funny. She tried." It's like, well, all right, which is why that's why I hang up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
So when you guys are together, I'm like, all right,
It's from both angles, yeah. I'm
It's
like, don't let you
I'll just go
breathe.
sit on my phone.
Yeah, there
It's
is.
Because at least
fine.
when it's just, well, at least when it's me, I'm just like, alright, it's funny, but it's sad.
Sometimes
It's
I
the
be like
devil on my
that.
shoulder.
Sometimes I'll be like, dang, this is
But I'm
funny,
the
but I should
devil
probably
on
stop.
this.
And then other times I'm like, say one more thing.
Mm-mm.
Me, sometimes I'm like, can I get her to hang up?
No.
So rude.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's called trauma.
There was one time.
You think I don't got it already?
Yeah, but like mine.
You don't
made
think
me
you
an
give me
asshole.
more?
There was one time Dizzy called
Find
me.
out.
Dizzy called me. I saw her name on my phone. I was like, let's see how fast I can get her to hang
I
up.
do that with Geppetto, and I feel so bad.
I felt so bad.
I'm like, I'm gonna make it so they don't call me for a while.
She hung up like 2 minutes after she called me. I was like, dang, I feel bad.
Annoying.
And then I called her back. I was like, hey, are you okay? Good. Why the fuck you hang up?
Aw.
Hatred.
But also,
Hatred.
it's like that really shows just like what your type of personality too, because it's just like
Yeah, because I know that if I never, like, if I just stopped, literally you
We
two
would
would
not
never
reach
speak
out.
again. You would never speak again.
And the thing is, I would still be like, yeah, that's my friend.
No,
like,
literally.
I wouldn't.
To this, like,
If we didn't have a falling out, then we still friends. Like that's it.
no, literally.
I don't care if it's been 16 years since the last time I spoke.
so
I'll be like,
ridiculous.
what's up? What's going on? Oh, that's crazy.
No, that's crazy.
That's crazy. You
Just-
still like soup? Oh, what's up? Like it don't matter.
We still go.
That's
get some
literally me
ramen.
with my friend from like elementary school. Like he hit me up once and I was like, we still close, bro. We still close.
Bro,
And he said the exact same thing.
Literally, I did not talk, like, after I graduated high school, I did not talk to one of my friends from high school for, like, a year and a half. I went back, I saw him one time,
Yeah.
and then me and him was just like, what's good? What's good?
Like nothing happened.
No,
Yeah.
literally, like, we
That's-
didn't even
that's my
skip
mentality,
a
too.
single beat. And I appreciate friendships like that.
Cause that's how you know they're like based off like a mutual,
Like, we both
we
understand.
connect, we genuinely connect.
I remember though with M, the like first time she came back to visit after she got deported from school. It like, or when I saw you, because I think I went to go to PA. That was the next time I saw you.
Yeah, I feel like
And it was like, it felt so surreal. Like, not like uncomfortably awkward,
like
but
a
like,
lucid dream.
yeah, because we had literally just FaceTimed for like that whole year. And then I saw her in person. I was like, oh
Oh
you're
my
real.
gosh.
It's like a long distance relationship where
Right.
I'm like, I'm meeting you for the first time, but then it's like, I do know you. Like, we met.
I remember when I saw after like 2 years, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she actually exists. She's not just a figment of my imagination."
Y'all treating me like a freaking Miku.
Because it's not like me and her like talk every day. Like we
We
barely
don't talk.
at all. So
It's more like posts. Like posts.
So literally, it would
Not
like,
even.
we would
Group
just,
chat. It's in the group chat only.
literally. It's just
Yes.
like, dang, she actually exists. She's not just like a figment of my imagination.
But even then, I was like, we're awful.
we really are.
Yeah.
We bring out the worst in each
And I
other.
feel bad too, because people that don't reach out, because they're also like, you know, they're the same way,
Yeah.
or they're just like, I feel like I'm forcing it,
Mhm.
and then when I see them again, I'm just like, what's up? Like, it was good, and they're just like, I thought you hated me, and I'm
No.
like, no,
I just don't trust people.
don't use the phone how it's supposed to be
No,
used.
literally, I have my phone literally just to watch YouTube videos.
It's just literally to scroll and fuck around and find out.
I think I've seen Tasha's phone not on Do Not Disturb like once in my life.
twice. I'll say twice. And you know, I saw a tweet and it was like, people that put do not disturb when they're sleeping don't care about nobody. And I just thought of you right away. And I thought about that tweet too, because I was like, no, but they're sleeping. And then I'm like, that's the point though. Like, to put it on do not disturb when you're sleeping is like, there's no emergency. That
I think it's crazy. I remember though, there was also one time last year when I was going through it. It was like late at night and I called Tosh and I was like, I know this man is not gonna answer the dang phone.
But also,
And
I
then
know
he
you're awake
did.
late too,
He
so I'm
did.
also like, hey.
But when it's like, usually when his phone's on Do Not Disturb, like, and I call him, he probably knows that I'm gonna be crying, so he'll just answer but not say anything.
Yes!
And
No,
just like
he's just like that.
okay, go. And I'm like, all right.
Oh.
That's because, especially if you call me like late at night, I'm always like, all right, what happened?
I answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Even with Geppetto, like, if I see it's late, I'm like, you go to sleep like a Christian woman that goes to like early morning mass. So why are you calling me at 2 a.m? So I answer and I'm just like, you good? And I already hear the tears, and I'm like,
No.
But even with, I'm just like, go on.
Go ahead. No, like, at this point, when she calls me and it's late, I'm just like, yes.
I'll answer and be like, she's either messed up or she's messed up.
I'm waiting for the day that either one of you calls me when you're shit-faced.
I don't make phone calls I post on Instagram.
You do. I'm
so
sure it'll happen someday, but
Like, I'm just waiting for that day so I can be like, girl, what?
Because I don't make
What?
phone calls. I either text. That's what I like about Dizzy. Is like when I message you, I'm just like, it's either you or it's
the world.
people.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be like, I gotta message you. I'm so sorry because I know you're doing something. But if I don't say it,
If I don't say
I'm
it to
gonna
you,
lose it.
If I don't say it to
I'm
you,
gonna say to a
only
random person
thing-
on the street,
The only thing that like
and then I proceed to do it.
that gets me a little like alright is when M will do voice memos and they'll be like 15 minutes long and I'm like, please.
Because I have undiagnosed something in there.
And she'll send like 5 in a row and I'm like, alright, give me
Out
an
of the
hour to
5
listen
in a row,
to.
out of the 5 in a row, 3 are. I'm sorry, I know I'm taking.
Yeah,
forever to get to the point.
or just
I'm
her
sorry.
laughing at herself because she's like, I'm trying, I promise.
I'm trying. Yo, I'm gonna
And
start
I'm
sending you.
doing-
I'm gonna start sending you voice memos too.
I will not
It
listen to them.
absolutely gets her.
I will not
Up the
listen to
wall.
I
them.
promise you. Like next time I'm having a mental breakdown, I'm gonna just be like, dead.
I think it's even more funny because even today, Em was like, I hate when my mom sends me voice memos. And I was like, oh, that must be where you get it from, huh?
Yeah. Because my mom sent me 3 just to basically be like, hey, how are you? Also, be careful on the train.
Bro,
That's literally what she said.
nah.
That's
You know,
nice, though.
you know what upsets me when people do? When people like call you to ask you one question. It's like you could have texted me.
If it
I
is
wasn't gonna respond,
not,
but you could have
like,
texted
I
me.
need to know right now, I'm not answering the call.
That's always annoying whenever I
I'll
like,
decline it. Just wait
need
for the
the
text.
Amazon password for my mom and she won't just text it to me. She's like, call me. And
It's
I'm like,
bro,
please.
you can
What's a
quite
parent
literally
thing?
Please.
No,
like, I can just
it
delete
is
the
a parent
message.
thing.
That's a
It
genuine
definitely
parent.
is a parent thing because my mom.
And then I
does the
call
same
her and
thing.
she's like, I don't know the password. And I'm like, what?
Why
She
did you
told
make
me to
me
call
call
you.
No, there was one time I asked my mom for her for the Netflix password, and she was like, FaceTime me, and I was like, what? First
The
off,
whole
you,
FaceTime.
I was like, first off, you could have FaceTimed me straight. You didn't even have to text
right.
that. Second off, why I just asked you what you changed the password to and why you changed it.
Most of the time they don't know, or at least my mom. And I'm like, well, who made it? She's like, I did.
I did.
And I'm like, oh,
see,
right.
at least y'all will do that. My mom will be like, you the one that did it, and I'm like, no, you got the wrong child. Remember, there's 5 of us.
Bro,
It could be any of us.
there was one time my mom swore up and down that I changed the password. Turns out it was literally my sister, and she was like, "Oh yeah."
Anyway,
I changed
so-
it with her,
Oh,
and I was like, "So why?"
That's my mom does that too. She said, "Do you know the thing?" Da, da, da? And I'm like, I never made that account with you, so
Right.
it must have been my brother.
also, like, my mom, she knows how and where to find literally anything else except for, like, passwords.
Why not put them on the notes app? I'll send them too. She's like, can you just
Because she
write them
thinks
down
that
and
if
send
you,
them?
she has like a book that she writes everything down in, but then she always forgets and then she changes it and then she forgets what she changes it to and she looks in the book and then it's wrong and then it's like, now I have to go reset the whole thing and I'm like, all
That's
right.
literally our issue, except I keep them all because I'm the only one that like is organized like that.
That's how I had
and
to
then
do
she'll
my
change it with my brother and
my
my
fast
sister.
food.
They don't tell me.
my friggin' FAFSA. You know how you have to do like the parent signature
Yeah.
and make an account for them.
Yeah, I did it
Every
myself.
single year, my mom would be like, "I don't know the password," and I was like, I'm gonna make a new account, okay?"
I felt that pain in your voice, like pitch.
No, I understand that too.
Yeah, the fast one is so for real.
I think
It's
everyone
so
understands that.
But that's what, like, I monitor her email. I do all of it.
Well, that's why I was like, I'm just gonna take care of it, okay?
Don't worry about it.
I don't even ask. And
No.
then sometimes they'll call her because, like, her number's on file because, like, obviously I have to put her different info.
Right.
And I'm like, why are you calling
Why?
the one who's not attending?
Right.
Would
You never
call
met an
them?
immigrant before? Like, you know they not doing it.
Like, come on.
They're
now.
simply the signature. They're like a sugar daddy. Like,
Come
I'm
on
just Venmoing you the money. And you do your thing.
See, my mom is the exact same way. I was fortunate enough to have my sister do it for me freshman year of college.
I didn't.
So we're only 1 year apart. Well, in terms of schooling, we're only 1 year apart. So she was like, I got this one. She was going to her sophomore year. She was like, I got this one. Don't worry.
That's nice.
My sophomore year, I called my mom. I was like, so what's your FAFSA password? She was like, your sister set it up. I don't know. All right, called my sister.
I'm surprised you even asked her.
Called my sister. What's mommy's FAFSA password? I don't know. She made it, bro.
Oh no.
Right.
See,
and
what
that's
gets
when we
me-
start the account over.
Exactly.
Yeah. No. What gets me is I'm just like, well, that's not the passwords that I told you that you can use. So that means you made up another password. And then she's like, no, but like it's similar. And I'm like, okay, but so then what is it? Like, what is it? If it's so similar, what is it? And then they're like, I don't know. You're the one that's supposed to keep checking. I'm like, I don't live there anymore. I don't live there.
See, like,
And you don't tell me.
my mom has now switched most of her passwords to be like some variation or
Of the same one,
shorthand.
right? No, that's how we have it on her. But
It's of the same two basic words.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's random variations of it. So like, when we have to guess
That's
a
my
password,
dad.
it can literally be anything. And we're just like,
Like my dad's passwords, like to give an example, would be like ABC 12121212. And so you're like, okay. And it's really simple.
Right.
But then you'll see these websites that are like, has to be 8 characters, has to be 12 characters. You need an exclamation point and stuff. So then it's like, okay, what's the password? And he's like, it's the same password for everything. And it's like, okay, how many 1-2s? And he'll be like, oh, I don't.
I have no idea.
And so I'm literally typing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and I'm like, is this binary code at this point? Or it's like ABC 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 ABC 1 2 1 2
That's me with
exclamation
my own
point.
passwords. I have all mine written, but sometimes I'm like, I don't want to take the L yet. I just want to try because I know it's one of these.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's no way because I only do it.
And it's so annoying. It'll be like the very last one that I swore
especially
I've
the
done
bank
already.
because they really will be like, no, you must change it, and it cannot be the same.
one.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And then you
honestly,
think
I'm poor enough that if they guess it, feel free to Venmo you the
Good for them.
$2 I have.
No,
Yeah.
but for real. It's like, you're not
You
getting
earned
any
it at that
money.
point.
You're not getting any money from me anyway. It's
One
like,
They'll end up Venmoing me and
One
they'll be
of
like, it's
my-
hard, ain't?
favorite interactions that I had with my father was he called me and he was like, I just checked your bank account and did you know that you have negative $20? And I was like, oh, I didn't actually
remember that because I think I like just got off the phone with that.
I had no idea and I was like, oh. And he was like, yeah.
yeah, you have negative $20. You might
See,
want to put some money in there.
I'm the opposite. They'll be like, do you know you have it? And I'm like, I am aware.
I'm well aware.
Do you not see that the transaction was made half in cash? Just in case.
No, but for real. Like,
do you not see these are all online through PayPal ones? So, because I'm not stupid.
Do you not see that I purposefully bought this against better judgment?
Like, this is through PayPal, so it's forced to decline. Yeah, it's a little tricky. It only lasts for so long.
Alright.
Not to encourage anything, but like you can get a little bit.
Just
And
if
then
you
you
could
do
get
it
a
wisely.
little bit. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
No.
because how those third-party experts is that they already approve the transaction and it like holds there before it actually goes to the bank. But at that point, a lot of times the shipment and stuff like that has already been processed, and you can't like cancel it through there. They don't communicate, so then it just pulls it anyway because you have to pay.
Dang.
So what I'm hearing is...
Yep, you are hearing correct.
You know what? I'm going to start paying with PayPal.
But PayPal can be pretty good about it. PayPal is normally pretty good about it, and half the time they'll just like stop you to begin with. But things like Venmo, which is why I cannot use Venmo anymore. Venmo was just, they don't care.
Hey, no, I'm not gonna lie. I accidentally did that with Venmo one time.
I've done it by accident too, and then that's how I realized. And I was like, oh, I can use this for nefarious intentions.
So what happened was I was using an expired card by accident. Or not an expired card, but an old card that I had lost. That I got replaced. So like on my Venmo it was still the old card, and I had to pay one of my coworkers for lunch. And like the payment went through. He was like, "All right, I got the money." And then like I looked and I was like, "That's the wrong card number. Wait, what?" And I was like, "You know what?"
Because then it's just a balance on PayPal.
I was like, let me just mind my business.
Venmo be doing me dirty.
Really?
Why?
Because it, for whatever reason, won't let me do like the 1 to 3 business days or whatever, so I don't have to do
I
the
remember
fee
that. That is
when
an
I
issue
transfer
for you.
it. Every single time I've tried like different cards and it never works, I literally went to my bank and was like, can you guys figure this out? And he was like, I don't know why.
Yeah,
so I have to pay the fee every single time. And it's so annoying.
You can't do the transfer for free because
it like always gives.
It doesn't let it like
doesn't let you do
says that my card is like.
I've seen it. Like I've seen it do it, and it's the most
And
weirdest
you
thing ever.
Pulled up to your bank and they were like, "Dog, I don't
Yeah,
know
Because
what
that's
to
not
was
a part
like-
of the bank.
Well, I was
that's
like,
Venmo.
That's Venmo.
who's
I just don't
doing me
understand why
like
it's
this?
your account only.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you remade an account?
No.
You should
Try
do that
to remake an account."
at that point, because I know that happens to you.
It's so annoying though, because
It's annoying for small amounts.
Aja will send me money and I'm like, okay, I don't get any of it actually.
See, that's always been my problem.
But it's always like 20 cents though.
No, but Aja sends me like money for like groceries, so it's like not like just $20 or whatever.
Yeah.
But like they be taking like $5 fees, and I'm like, girls,
Dog.
that's $5.
I've had my sister send me like $100 or whatever for like a holiday or something, and it always takes like maybe $2.
I'm not gonna lie.
It goes up. It's
I've-
gone up.
I've seen some bad ones.
The fees are bad now.
I've seen some very.
I mean,
That's why
granted,
I'm so annoyed. I'm like,
they just use
I
Zelle
don't
for
even.
everything.
That's what I say, and she's always like, I forget. And I'm like, please, no.
Please.
I'm like, well, can't you like cancel it back and be like, well, send that, run me that again?
I don't think.
I don't think.
Once it's
No, it
sent,
sits in
then you
Venmo,
can-
doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it does.
which is also annoying.
But you can also Venmo it back to her, and it would just
That is
sit
true.
in the Venmo.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That is true.
Well, just something to
See,
think about.
that's why I'm thankful. Like, so.
No, I have a negative Venmo balance just because I was playing around.
The way.
But so I'll sometimes get one and it's like, sorry, something went wrong, and I'm like, what did they go wrong? But it's gonna stay like that.
The way, like, my mom made my bank account for me before I went to college. And so because of that, like, our accounts are linked, so she can see what I have in my checking account.
That's how my dad and mine is.
And she can put money in and take money out whenever she wants. So, like, if anybody in the family needs to give me money, I'm always just like, send it to my mom. Don't send it to me through Cash App, because I can't use that Cash App anymore.
Oh, we are the same, huh? Oh, jail.
Don't send it to me through Venmo.
These are all false stories.
To be fair, I can't use Cash App for not the reason that you.
I don't have a bad
But my
reason
coworkers love
for
to
my-
use Venmo. They're like, "What's wrong with your Venmo?" And I'm like, "I don't know. So just tell me."
That's what I said for the.
Or I'm just like, it's something with my email. Like I can't really access it, so don't use my Venmo. I also have PayPal though.
See, I know I can edit. I know I can just censor this out in the editing, so I can say exactly why I can't use Cash App.
Go ahead.
It's because I use.
You know what's funny? I saw a bunch of nail techs and they were like, I do not accept Cash App. People be and I'm like, is it like a problem? The Venmo though?
Yes, it's a
Venmo
problem.
is so easy because Venmo just do not care. Venmo's like
No, Venmo's like you press that button. Yes.
Yeah.
We do it.
Venmo does not decline.
Mm-mm.
If you have beef, it's not with your bank. It's Venmo only.
It's Venmo. I've never seen Venmo decline. Now that I think about it, like
No,
Our
unless
kid-
the internet connection is down. But that's the only time I've seen
But
it
that's
like not
weird.
go through.
Yeah, like just the internet being,
Yeah.
it'll be like,
Just the internet
sorry,
being
like it was
whack.
interrupted. And even then you retry, it'll be like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, my fault.
Yeah.
You got that.
it'll be like, we ran it.
Venmo is like the only app ever that be doing everything and anything.
Although
Venmo's that friend that's like, I don't care.
Right.
It's not my business.
I've started using PayPal more though. and
I've been
I'm
using
like,
PayPal. I prefer PayPal. It's like a lot
I'm
more
not gonna lie.
streamlined.
I don't like the way PayPal looks.
It's definitely ugly.
It
It's definitely
really
ugly.
is.
What I do
yeah.
appreciate is that the desktop version and the mobile app are identical, so it's very easy to
I
like.
don't have the mobile app.
What I like is when I do commissions and I get invoices, like everything is so clean cut
Mm-hmm.
that I always feel like if I ever do have to be taken to court, that I'm like, look,
Listen.
this is the invoice. Everything is perfectly labeled.
Interesting. See,
So it's nice for like actual transactions.
see,
like, things like that.
I don't do stuff that requires anybody to pay me because I'm not talented like that.
I'm not talented either, but I love when they're like
I
PayPal. And what's
certainly
nice
am
about
not.
PayPal too is like they don't have to see my name or address or anything. I can put like
Whatever.
NM on it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
See,
But also it's like
well,
I ignore your dead name. You ignore my name. Thank you.
No,
You were still furry.com. And I am.
it's kind of like it's kind of like Reddit in that sense because
Yeah.
Reddit it's like you have your name that you show and then you have like your actual name.
And then people send money for the things too, like some of the badges and stuff, like literally
Yep.
money. And I'm just like,
You
y'all
know
have
what's-
money to spare.
You know what I don't understand? The people who like just alright, so on this happens on
I
Twitter
love
a lot
Reddit.
at least.
Mm.
People will just well, not I can't say people, mostly females will post just their Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever, and like people will really just send them money, and it's like what?
As someone who does that, yeah.
Why?
I should do that.
It's in my bio. And the very first time I was just like, in case y'all want to, Ned sent me money.
Like,
Sent me $10 and was like, miss you. And I was like,
Love
miss
you.
you too.
like I don't get like I mean in Onette's case I understand because you know that's
Whatever. But also,
funny.
like, no, like, I've put it, like, on my other account.
Right.
And I've been like, in case y'all got spare change.
right.
Just to joke, where I'm like, I'm not going to get anything unless
Yeah.
it's, like, one of my mutuals that's like, here's $1.
Yeah.
And no, like, people will send me and they're like, this is all I have right here. And
Like
I'm
I don't get it.
when I said I lost my wallet, I was like, I lost my wallet. If anybody has money,
Oh, I'm gonna
just so that I have like.
I'm gonna purposefully
some
lose my
change.
wallet and post my PayPal on Twitter. See what happens.
So what happens? Genuinely, I'm so serious. Like
I feel like I
Social experiment.
I got like $40 out of that,
Hey,
and
yo.
that was only in like an hour.
I have
That's
like
$40 I can use.
That's what I'm like. That's $40 I didn't have,
like
and it was out of
uncles and
kindness.
aunts
But
on my
still.
Instagram that probably would be like, here you go.
No, but also like Ash is like that too. Like she put her stuff there, and because she has all these guys that like follow her because they're like trying to get smacked,
But
and they just
Right.
send money, send
That's
money, send
so
money.
crazy to
I
me.
don't get it.
or those girls that like they're literally beautiful. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't. Like if anything, I wish I
Listen,
could. And they
Listen.
just have the Amazon wish list,
Yo, no, I promise you, I wish like if
and it'd be the simps that are like,
I wish I was born a female, cause I would be so rich.
oh, I thought you were gonna say I would be the baddest, I would be the realest.
I mean, I would be both of those
That was
things.
really good.
But
He said, "I."
that
Damn.
was loud. But like, if I was born female, well, actually, hold on.
If you had the money.
Anywho, if like
Happy birthday.
I could pull it
Josh.
off, if I could pull it off, I would
You
be
could pull it
so.
off. You gotta shave that little goatee.
That's not gonna help.
Just do,
That's
from the.
but
But then you know,
I'm just gonna
people
start
work it out,
selling
like drag and stuff. Like no, I'm serious. Like there's a way to
feet
like
pictures.
you don't have nice
we're
feet.
selling feet pictures now.
I immediately came at you.
That's what we're
It
gonna
don't
do.
matter if I have nice feet or not. Someone will pay me.
That is very true.
If that was the case, I'd whip out my hog
You
feet
can.
right
They
now.
You
literally
quite
have
literally can.
apps dedicated for that now.
You listen.
It's called like Feet Finder or something. I keep
Listen.
seeing TikToks of girls that are like, I just be posting my pics and make like $1,000 a month, and I'm like,
Hold on.
$1,000 a month. I'm like, that's my rent. Like,
I'm about to hop on. Hold on.
that's my rent.
That's
and
what
then
I'm
some.
saying. I'm like,
Let me get my dogs in there.
For real.
let me pull the critters out.
That's great.
Let
Let me
me
pull the critters out. That would be your quote if I could write it.
let me see something real quick.
Let me pull the critters out. That's like the episode caption. The critters are out.
The critters are out.
I love that. That's amazing. Let me pull. That's good. I like that.
Wow, that's the nicest thing you said all day.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
said happy birthday.
Yeah, barely.
Like that's just so, and it's like very illustrative. Like let me pull the critters out. Like, and it's very I like that a lot.
So what I'm hearing is we're all about to start thriving foot modeling careers.
Model. I'm purposely gonna stick my feet in like the weirdest things. Like people,
Oh,
and if they send me
yeah.
a certain amount, I'll get weirder and weirder.
Yeah. No, I'm like stick my feet in caviar. Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta start small, like mud.
No. First, like you gotta like
well, I
dip.
think most of those people will just like ask, like, "Can you do this?"
First, you gotta like dip it in a pool. You know, be something.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that way people are like, okay, like this is your material. Right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, can you do caviar? And it's
Maybe like
that's
slide your foot through
sus.
some. Maybe slide your foot through
Like
some grass
send me
or
money, I'll do
something.
it. Oh no, they're gonna say weird things. They're gonna
Oh,
be
I
like,
know. Oh,
like cow pee or something.
honey,
Oh,
honey, listen. You think I haven't been on the
Not
internet?
the honey. Listen.
You think I haven't been on the internet?
while you're talking about selling feet,
You're right. Like,
Honey,
come on
listen.
now.
Right.
Come on.
Like, can you stick it in like?
Some bacalao or something.
Oh, not the bacalao. The what do you call it? The little icing for the cinnamon rolls, just because it looks the same. I love when people are like, "Can you cook?" I'm like, for me, I ain't cooking for nobody.
Did you know I taught Em how to make a grilled cheese?
For
she
real?
did not know how.
How do you not know how to make
I've never eaten a
cheese?
grilled cheese.
Isn't
Who
that
the f- is gonna make a grilled?
And
Sorry.
then she was like, "This
You
is
don't have to keep
this is quite good," and I was like, "What the?" Bro.
And also, I hate like Kraft singles cheese. So like when you see normally it's that. Like I don't like that.
Bro,
Right.
anybody who, with all due disrespect, anybody who like actually thinks that Kraft singles cheese is good,
You know, legally it's not cheese.
you gotta bounce.
I'm not spread. I saw an ad for that the other day, and the way that they don't even try to make it look nice. It was literally like mac and cheese in a casserole dish, and just a slice that has been melted just in the square shape,
No.
not even covering the whole, just in the middle. And I was like,
That's
and
They
you're
didn't even
playing
do a
these
burger?
ads on TV.
that's how y'all eat. Like
Yeah, that's how they eat them.
Scared.
Honestly, they should have did like the Koreans like it on their ramen.
Like, see, no,
Do that, put it on a burger. That's what I would expect.
like,
That
I mean,
means
they
it's
had
classic
other stuff,
American
but that
burger.
one really got to me.
Yeah, that took
So
the
I was
cake.
you
like,
know what the craziest part is?
who
Like,
made this?
I feel like
Put the cheese.
the store brand cheese is better than Kraft cheese.
I just
Probably
don't-
because it's actually.
If I'm not buying
resembles
from the
cheese.
deli, I don't. It irritates me. If it's not shredded cheese or like provolone, because I would eat
provolone
it.
bussin', bro.
At my last job, bro, we had cheese and then the little like saltine crackers that you give patients, like
Yeah.
this other too.
Yeah.
And I would just eat that cheese. And I would sit there and eat that
Provolone,
cheese.
mozzarella, and Munster.
Do you like Swiss anyone?
No,
Interesting.
Swiss.
You like Swiss?
I do.
You gotta go.
It's not like my
smell like
fave.
feet.
Yeah, you gotta go.
My
bro.
mom loves Swiss though. My mom and my brother can
Both of them.
they'll
They
buy
both gotta
it,
go.
and because my mom will buy like a pound of it at the deli, and
I
they
never
tear that
eat
up.
that much, but like on a burger with mushrooms, like Swiss.
No, that's what
cheese.
makes me mad because mushrooms always have it with Swiss, and I'm like, no Swiss.
Right, bro. It's like, bro, no, I want no Swiss on
I
this,
don't
bro.
like cheese on my burger anyway, but I'm just like, No, mushroom Swiss combo sounds disgusting.
That does sound
You have
disgusting.
like, cause you know mushrooms have an earthy taste.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you have that
I
earthy
like
taste mixed
it.
with feet. Like
Come on, bro.
that's my feet pics of me sticking it in the mud. I couldn't.
Right.
Oh.
couldn't.
Ooh. Feet pick stuff with your feet in
cheese.
mushrooms. And cheese.
I would take that
Some
picture just
nacho
for me.
cheese.
I would do that just for me.
Shit,
Aja would.
I
Aja
would
dip
kill
it in
Aja.
queso.
I would kill Aja.
Dizzy would do it in guac. You really like Swiss? How do you how do you get past the smell?
It's not even that. I'm just like, you're paying for cheese. That's less cheese.
Yeah,
But I like it.
yeah, you're not wrong. See, I used
This is a
to
lot about you.
be fair, I used to work in a deli, right? So I kind of know. Again, the three best cheeses are provolone,
Yes.
mozzarella,
Yes.
and Munster.
No.
Huh?
Gouda.
Get out.
Smoked Gouda?
Okay, whoa.
The most bougies of bougie.
I
was
can't
like,
eat too
so
much
good.
Gouda though.
No.
I'll have like one slice and I'm like, okay, that's enough for the
I will
year.
say-
I'll be nibbling on it. I used to
Gouda?
steal it from my
I'd
job.
be nibbling on.
Gouda
about
do
to
be
rap about it.
Gouda do be bussin', but I feel like only in sandwiches.
That's what I'm saying.
What
Like,
else are you
I
eating?
other
You don't eat it
che-
like
most other
Like a little
cheeses.
rat?
I would
Not
just
Gouda.
like take bites of cheese because it's cheese.
Yeah,
But I don't think
we're
I
all
could
little
do
rats.
that with Gouda.
Oh my god. But when it's
It's too
smoked Gouda
strong.
and it's a good brand,
Smoke Gouda do be
I used to
bussin',
take it from my job like crazy, man.
You used to
Because
take
you just
everything from your
Nibble,
job.
nibble. Yeah, if I can fit it in any type of thing that
I
I
thought
own,
you were gonna start doing push-ups.
Me
I
too,
was
as
like,
well.
okay.
though. No.
I literally thought the exact same
Yeah.
thing. I was like, okay, whatever.
At least they would have just accepted it. I mean,
Um,
they would have just accepted that.
no, I would take two. One to like actually have in the fridge, and one for me to just straight eat, like a savage.
See,
It is overbearing though, but that's why you eat it with like a cracker or something.
bro, that's what I'm saying. That's why you gotta eat in a sandwich, bro. I feel like if you like,
Sandwich. Go ahead.
I feel like if you melt it in the sandwiches,
It takes a while to melt though. It's a
Grilled
high
cheese?
boiling point.
it definitely does.
Yeah.
But
It'll sweat, but it doesn't like melt,
Mhm.
and
That's
that
why.
starts to like bother me.
that's why I like.
Provolone is kind of the same way.
Yeah, but like it'll melt, but it's like still
It gets-
completely the
it-
circular shape that it's.
It's
supposed to be.
like sweating, and I'm like, okay.
It's
Provolone-
like, ooh, it's hot in here, but it's like she's fine. You can
Right.
peel her right off.
Mozzarella does the same thing. It's like it gets before it actually melts, it just gets super gooey.
But that depends on the brand as well. Like
It
the
does.
more like legitimate, the more
Also,
it'll melt.
if you're like
properly.
melting mozzarella, I feel like it has to be in the oven, or else it's not
Yeah,
melted.
it's
if
not
you have
gonna
an air
melt it.
fryer,
Oh, probably
Oh,
that. Too.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
the temperature get real high.
just put a lid on top though. If you do have a pan,
Yeah.
it will help like facilitate that.
It's
air.
because the steam.
Yeah.
Because the cheese is
The way
sweating.
we're literally talking about cheese. Now we've been talking for so long, we ran out of things to talk about.
Honestly, I think
Listen,
the cheese one is the most that we've
I
said.
was gonna say, listen. Cheese, like
It's
this
serious.
is a topic of passion for us. Clearly,
It's serious. She said this.
it kind of is.
I mean, it's cheese.
Right? Like, who doesn't have a lot to say about cheese?
I'm
Lactose
intolerant, and I still have a lot to
I was about to
about
say, you
cheese.
can't even say lactose intolerant people.
I wouldn't know. I'm not lactose.
Neither am I. Lactose intolerant people be going crazy with the dairy products, though. And it's like,
Yeah, they'll be like, I don't
why?
fear
Well,
God.
I'm one of those. I don't like. There are people who's like, my stomach will fall out of my ass, and I'm just like,
That's
no,
this person
I'm
at my
like,
job. They literally.
I'll
are
be
like, I can't
okay.
eat it. My lactose pills are at home. And I'm like,
I tried taking lactose pills actually, and the it was like very chalky, and the taste and texture alone already made me feel more sick. And I was like, I
well,
feel
you're
like
supposed to take them before you eat it.
I do. That's what I'm, because it's so like dry and chalky, and the flavor is like, ooh.
What if you had it with like a soda, where like the texture of
It
that? and
still doesn't
everything?
help, because it's almost like a milky
Oh,
like taste
I
to
know
it.
the exact. I know
Right,
the exact
which is
type of
why
pill you're
I
talking
was
about.
always like, I feel like this simply just makes
I-
it worse.
I used to take my sleep medication used to be like that though, and I was just like,
Em on her sleep meds was a time.
Yes.
For everyone.
That's lucid dreaming, all right.
That was insane.
That was something.
Dude.
That was Twilight Zone, the show. Or Twilight Zone.
I'll never forget the day the first time I ever took melatonin.
How does that work on you?
It doesn't work for me.
The first time I took it, I was like, I didn't take anything.
Yeah,
Bro.
It makes me wired. And if I do end up falling asleep, it's like the worst sleep ever. And it's like I wake up a bunch.
Well, that's really weird because melatonin is completely natural, so your body would just break it down. So maybe
work good for
maybe
me.
it's placebo and your brain is just like, it's time to get wild.
No, literally,
I'm the same way with Benadryl though. I take a Benadryl and it
that's
doesn't make me tired.
You shouldn't be taking
cause,
Benny like that, but let me tell you, the one
off,
time I had Benny, I was like, I get it.
First off, Benadryl will knock the soul out of you.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. For me. That's why
Even me.
I took
Benny will be mid-conversation, I'm like...
I seriously I thought that I needed to take 2 Benadryl because one...
took 2?
Yeah, and it didn't do anything for me.
Well, I took half. And I was like, it was nice knowing.
I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, I low-key had a very severe problem because if I was tired, I kind of just took Benadryl.
Oh my god, that's me now with my naproxen. Like, if I have the slightest headache, I'm like... 550 milligrams right now, which is prescription level.
You gotta go.
Because the one is 220. That's fine.
Yeah, I need to take my meds now.
Oh my goodness.
I bet I just forgot to take her baby repellent.
She said baby repellent. No, but the first time I took melatonin, right? I took it at like 10 o'clock.
I've taken it the doctors have recommended.
Took it at like 10 o'clock. I did not even get in bed until 7 in the morning. And I got in bed, laid down, and was like, I should go do laundry. Got up immediately to go do laundry.
It's just because it's natural. Like, you have to take it and then like still do your routine, and it should like influence your sleep.
Oh, I did. Like, I took it while I was just chilling there playing video games, and I was like, all right.
No, like you're supposed to actively go to bed, and it's supposed to like.
That's how I
feel sleepy.
Girl, you know that's how I go to bed.
You're already like doing something that you're not gonna notice.
Girl, you know that's how I go to bed. You know.
I know, me too. Me too. It's like I have to read something, or I have to.
You know, I go to sleep playing. Well,
like
I get tired playing video games.
Last night, I fell asleep with her phone still open.
Oh.
In her hands, and I was like, okay.
But the thing is, like I kind of chose to do it because I felt like I was falling asleep, and then I was like,
I could tell, and you were still like you.
But I had it
right before you knocked out. You propped it up right, like on my arm, and then I looked over, and you were gone. I was like, all right.
It's like there's some brain cell that's like dedicated to like taking care of me right before I go to bed.
No, like I felt that though, cause that's kind of what happened to me last night. Like last night, I
good nap.
I put my phone to charge, right? No, I turned off my computer and then I laid in bed and I was like, dang, I have to charge my phone. Got up, plugged my phone in, put my iPad on a video, and like the video that I chose, I knew it was just gonna be something to just close my eyes and
I do that when I wake up from like a super intense nightmare, and I'm like, I just need like as if I'm calling someone, like just something there.
Dude, like,
and I'll fall asleep literally within like 2 minutes just because it's playing.
Bro, you know what my problem is? I'll wake up at like 5 in the morning and then put a YouTube video on and then go right back to sleep because of the YouTube video, and then I'll wake up and be like, what day is it? What year?
Long weekend, like I just make it stretch, and I feel so bad about myself. But then afterwards, I'm just like, I literally did not leave until I absolutely could not stand it, and I had to use the bathroom.
Have you ever?
Probably. Childhood insomnia.
Have you ever stretched to the point where you almost caught a cramp?
Yeah, my back is awful. Like all the muscles in my back are like literally.
I was about to say, you know, the muscles in my legs are just not healthy most of the time. So like, I'll be, you know, trying to go to sleep and do the little stretch before, and you're like, and like my legs will be like, are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. And
And I'm like, but I'm just trying to go to sleep. I just want to stretch before sleep. Please let me do it. And then I'll look over and then I have a dog just staring at me in the dark, just wagging her tail. And I'm like, can you
That's why I like
lay
her.
down?
Sometimes, like, I'll be doing my thing and then she, like, gets up because she's itchy or whatever. And then she's like, well, I'm up. So she'll eat, she'll drink a little water, and then she'll be like, oh, hey.
What's
And
up?
she'll come up and she'll, like, bother me. And I'm like,
Can I help you?
girl, have we met?
It really be like that though.
Mm-mm.
Like,
I'm sleepy now, though. I sleep better with other people, like, in their houses and stuff and sleepovers.
yeah, I can only sleep in certain people's houses though.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I couldn't just be like, oh, I know you, let me just sleep here. Like,
I mean, no, of course, but like,
no, when me and Dizzy visited Boston with the Airbnb and stuff like that, I still had a nightmare and everything, but I at least woke up and I was like, oh, you're right there.
not like the first like 3 months that I moved up here, I just simply could not sleep because I was like, bro, I don't know this place. It's comfortable. Couldn't get comfortable at all. And then I got used to it, and I was like, all right, me.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
I don't think I've ever been around you when you're drunk.
Because like
You
I don't
can't-
know what
you
it is,
can't
like,
get
can I
drunk.
get drunk here?
I don't know. I feel like I have a decent tolerance, but like,
I have a decent, and I keep to myself. I always remember, but I'm just like, and I just become so loud. I'm just
see,
like, oh no.
my
And then I
problem
think that's
is-
funny.
My problem is
It's
I
just-
purposefully try to get myself like
Me too.
as drunk as I possibly
Because
can.
I
I
just
pretty
feel
much just
looser.
act like myself. If it's possible, I have less of a filter, but like, right.
I just think everything is so funny, but I'm very nice drunk, so I'm just like, oh no, I'm so sorry, and then I'm like, oh no,
No.
and I'm like,
See, that's me regardless, though.
oh, that's crazy. But I'm laughing about it.
See, that's me the whole time, though. Like, regardless of what my mental state is, I'm always like that. I'm always like, oh, I'm so sorry, even though I'm really not sorry, but I'm sorry.
No, I'm just like,
She said,
and then I immediately laugh about it, like hysterical.
being,
Everything is funny.
you know, alright, being drunk is all fun and games until the room starts spinning.
But it doesn't have any.
You've never, I've had that experience like 3 times. One of them was when I threw up, and like,
But also, it's like that when all the times that I've been drunk was like in the city, so like we were walking and like burning those calories, and like we went to eat.
see,
So I feel like that's another reason where it's like, well, I'm constantly on my feet moving, that like it keeps it regulated. It keeps me from getting super drunk.
yeah, the 3 times that it's happened, I was sitting down all 3 times, and like the time that I threw up, like I was literally just sitting there, I was chilling, and then like the world just started spinning, and I was like, oh, okay, and then like I felt the weird tasting saliva, and I was like,
I
oh,
have to
I'm
pee
gonna
so much to like when I'm drunk, it's like if once I pee, and Ash is always like, it's because you broke the seal, and I'm
It
like,
is.
am I just not supposed to pee?
Yes.
Then I will literally, like, let's say I went to the bathroom, I'll come back, and literally when I walk in, I'm like, I have to pee so bad.
That's
I'm
it.
so sorry.
That's
I have to
exactly
go.
what it is. You broke the seal.
Yeah, and then I'm just like,
You
straight
played
pissed.
yourself.
But the thing is, sometimes I'll be like, no, I'm gonna wait here, and then I wait, and I don't pee. Like, it's only when I get up and leave. It's the most obnoxious thing in the world. Like the last time I went to a bar with them, like besides when I was like ruined shirt, I had like for every drink they had, I had 2.
Yeah.
And I told the bartender the same thing. I was like, whatever is sweetest and strongest, like I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
just.
Like
And I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick since you're texting someone. And then they were like, okay. So I went.
I recently
Came back. And
I
then I was
recently
like, I'm
went
so
to-
sorry.
I recently went to a bar with my girlfriend, right? And we got there. The bartender was super cool. She was like, what are you guys having? Blah blah blah. And my girlfriend asked for some drink. I don't know what it was that she asked for, but the bartender was like, we don't have that, but we have something that's basically that. And then she made it for her, and then she like slid it towards her, and then she slid a cup of water, and she was like, "This is an adult beverage. You will need this." And my girlfriend took a sip, and she was like, "Oh," and then I was like, It tasted like juice, and I was like, "Okay, cool."
That's how I have to have it.
I got one for myself. I basically guzzled that thing.
The one at the place though, where it's like literally one, and I'm like, that one, it doesn't even taste good. Like the very first time I had it, it smelled exactly like paint thinner. The smell was so dangerous that I didn't want it, and it was disgusting. So I purposely would like chug the water and then chug it like mouthful for mouthful.
Yeah.
But it put me down.
I drank
down bad.
I drank like half of the drink like half of the drink my girlfriend had, and then I drank my full drink, and like by the time I finished my drink, I was just there like, whew.
Yeah, margaritas or
I love margaritas.
Margaritas.
I don't like them.
I also don't like
but
margaritas.
the place, that's their version of a margarita, and it's paint thinner. It is paint thinner alcohol. I hand to God, there's no way just to put me on my ass.
I mean, who?
No, it's triple sec.
That's why you don't like it.
No, I like that one because it puts me on.
Well, I mean, yeah.
She likes like the hard shit that makes you go trust her.
I mean, yes, I understand because
she'll take a shot of it and be like, juice.
Juice.
Yeah. It's not even that I like it. It's just like it doesn't affect me like at all.
Like, okay, but that's exactly
like at the birthday party. They were like, okay, everybody do a shot because it's the birthday party, and obviously it was a 1-year-old birthday. And my sister was like, oh, that shot, like, I already feel it. And then her boyfriend was at the time was like, yeah, and I'm like,
see, I think part of
and they didn't drink at all. I already had like a beer or whatever just to like sip on something while I was there.
But
it wasn't a beer. Disgusting. It was a.
There's no
Mike.
beer that's good.
Oh, Mike's hard
lemonade,
lemonade.
Yeah, whatever. It was the strawberry one, which is the only one I can drink because the rest was disgusting.
I think that.
Oh, strawberry ones are disgusting.
It's funny because
all of them are.
I was the same exact way that you were for the longest time. Like,
do you think it'll go away? You promise?
I think so. I think the more that you drink, like, the more you'll probably like be like Aja at some point and be like, I'm not ever drinking.
But it's supposed to be the other way around. Like, you don't drink, so like your tolerance is low because you don't feel the tolerance.
This is exactly what happened to me.
Because the very first time I went drinking, I get tipsy. I wasn't drunk.
When I first was like
and that was
exposed to like alcohol and stuff like that, it was like I could take a shot of anything and did not need a chaser because I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is fine. And everyone would be like, bah. And then as
the one that I had, I was like, this is genuinely disgusting.
As time went on, it was like the more
I think you just become more nuanced in the flavors.
Yeah, and the more I think you have it, the more it's like, okay, your body's like, we don't need this though.
That's crazy. Because I feel like the first time I got drunk, I was like, this is disgusting.
I never thought it was good.
No, I already knew, because my sister's a bartender, so growing up, well, that sounds sus, but like, as I got a little older, like, every time she would make stuff, she'd literally make me like the smallest amount, and she was like, just so you know if it tastes good or not, and that way, when you do become 21, you start going out to drink, you already have things that you know you like.
Yeah. That's
why I always get the Malibu Sunrise, because I know for a fact that that's what I like.
No, see, like...
And that will put me on my ass, but I need like 7.
The first time I got drunk, I was just like, this doesn't taste good.
Wasn't like a Hershey Park cup, like a Six Flags with the swirly straw.
She said, on my ass.
Yeah.
Said,
what were you saying
about? I was like, the first time I got drunk, I was like, this doesn't taste good. I don't enjoy this feeling. I don't know why anyone wants to do this at all. I don't get it. And then like, the more like that I got used to the feeling of being drunk, the more I was like, I mean, I guess this isn't a terrible feeling. I still don't know why people enjoy being like this, but maybe as a once in a while thing.
The first time I was like, I would like to at least get like a nice, but like I need to go home. But like,
that's the time. That's why I like cocktails so much, because most of them are like it doesn't taste like alcohol. It tastes like juice.
That's why I'm always just like the sweetest and the strongest. But I had to say the strongest because otherwise, I wasted my money on juice. Because I'm not gonna taste
played
anything.
myself the first several times that I drank because it was only
the I've only been drunk the very first time I went and went that Wednesday.
Yeah, we know, honey.
The Wednesday.
We know. Like the first time I drank, or the first several times I drank, it was literally just me and my friends drinking straight alcohol, and it was not the smartest way to introduce myself to alcohol.
Oh no! I knew.
Thank you all for listening to this mishmash of random
everything.
Topics that have randomly come to us three. Hope you guys enjoyed listening.
And thank you for having me.
Girl, acting like you're not a whole host now.
Well, it's my first episode. I think it's polite.
They don't care.
Well, thank you for tolerating me then.